What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. Thanks for listening in, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Now, let's get started. So today, I want to discuss Vice President Harris and the recent comments she made regarding immigration to the United States. So if you don't know, VP Harris was recently in Guatemala, where she told potential migrants that if they were thinking about making the journey to the U.S.-Mexico border, that they should not come. She actually repeated the phrase, "do not come," several times. Now, some are saying that she had no choice but to make those remarks due to the nature of our southern border right now and due to the fact that the journey can be dangerous. However, critics of the comments pointed out that her statement seemed cruel and lacked compassion. Specifically, progressives in the U.S. Congress and elsewhere have called VP Harris out, saying that her comments were dangerous and that migrants to the U.S. actually have a legal right to seek asylum at the border. Now, Congresswoman AOC from New York was very vocal in her criticism of the comments. She said that the Biden administration should acknowledge the harm that the U.S. has caused in the region before telling people who have been on the receiving end of the harm not to come. America Ferrera, who is an actress and political activist, was on The View, and she also called out the Biden administration's stance on immigration. She said that VP Harris's comments were a slap in the face to immigration activists who worked to get Biden and Harris elected under the impression that the administration would take a compassionate approach to immigrants. Now, I tend to agree with the critics here. I believe VP Harris's comments certainly lacked empathy and were uncalled for. Now, I know some will say that what she said is technically true as it relates to the dangers of fleeing a country. However, even if what she said is factually true, words still matter. How you relay a message to people matters. You think the Biden administration would know this, especially based on the outrage they had at the words coming from the previous administration. We already know that the people who are fleeing to the U.S. are often leaving dangerous home situations. Migrants are coming from countries in South America that have been torn apart by violence and uprisings. And the U.S. has also done a lot of harm in the region, as AOC pointed out. The United States is to blame for much of the turmoil due to their support of destructive regime changes that oftentimes remove a leader who is popular with the majority of people and install a puppet leader who will play nice with U.S.-backed interests. I mean, it's capitalism at play as always. The U.S. can't have its cake and eat it too. We can't play a role in tearing countries apart and then chastise citizens from those countries when they attempt to flee for better lives. Not to mention the fact that VP Harris told people not to do something that they have a legal right and ability to do. Asylum seekers may legally come to the border and ask to be permitted into the U.S. Now, this next part may be a little controversial, but I believe that the Biden administration is acting almost entirely as the Trump administration did when it comes to immigration policy. Democrats were outraged, and rightfully so, at the way in which Trump treated immigrants with so much disdain. Now they are offering a message that is essentially much of the same old, same old. They should do better. Telling people who are fleeing dangerous and life-threatening situations not to come and seek asylum is cruel. They already know the dangers of the journey. Usually staying where they are is even more dangerous than escaping. Some activists have pointed out that the Biden administration's message here is actually causing more harm because it perpetuates the falsehood that the mere act of coming to the southern border to seek protection is illegal. Again, as I always say, we should listen to marginalized communities when they tell us something is harmful to them. And maybe the Biden administration should remember that the next time they tell someone who is in need of help not to come seek it. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you all think down in the comments. Thank you for listening in, and I hope that you have a great day.